So SteelSeries Level Up Gaming Bundle. So SteelSeries Level Up Gaming Bundle, a good gaming bundle for budget gamers who don't want to spend too much money but want to have a good experience with casual gaming, or even if you are someone who's into content creating or work from home kind of system. So this is $80 bundle with a keyboard, mouse and mouse pad. And last time we reviewed a gaming bundle which was Razer Power Up bundle, and I remember you guys loved that video. After that we shift to more kind of like a high-end gaming keyboards. That was Corsair one, over $150-$200. So that thing went over budget for some people. On the other hand, this one is like both of the things like 50 to 80 bucks. So it is basically for those people who want casual gaming, or even if you can play some competitive gaming, but I don't recommend you guys to do that. But yeah, so let's start with unboxing and we'll talk about everything one by one. Let's start the video.
Yes, in the box we got three small boxes. Inside them all, one is for the keyboard, one is for the mouse, one is for the wrist rest, and one is for the mouse pad. So that's the main things we got in the box. There's no extra paperwork and stuff. There was a little bit paperwork, but we don't need it. I'll explain everything to you guys in the video. So yeah, that's everything we have in the box.
Okay guys, so that was the unboxing. So let's start with the keyboard itself. So the keyboard itself we have is a lightweight, full-size keyboard with a 10-key number pads. So we have all those number pads, everything for a working side keyboard. On top of that, the black jazzy look really good, but it has a little bit of flex. But with the IP32 dust and water resistance, you can expect a little bit more durability. It will not gonna give up on a short period of time, which is really good for those people who work from home, because you know, whenever we are working, we have a habit of drinking something, for example tea or coffee. If you see me streaming, I always have a coffee with myself. So with this kind of stuff, you don't have to worry about dropping something on your keyboard because of the drainage channels we have. Let's talk about the keycaps. So they are non-removable. You cannot swap them up. There's no keycap inside it, and the cable itself is attached. It's also not non-removable. But with the price range, you cannot expect a USB-C cable that you can just remove. And it has three-way channel to put your cable in a sideways so that you can have a nice and clean looking table instead of the cable running everywhere. On the keyboard we have a dedicated media button with play, pause and skip. We also have a metallic volume up and down button, which is really good. You don't need to go to your settings and then increase or decrease the volume, when you can do that thing directly from your keyboard. And it's metallic, so it looks really good and nice. It also comes with 3.1 inches magnetic wrist rest. So I myself personally, I really like the wrist rest of the SteelSeries keyboards because it's magnetic. You can just put it there and it will automatically clicks on that, as compared to Corsair and other keyboards which have manual one. You need to like click in that thing instead of magnetically. But it's also really comfortable and soft rubbery texture in it, so for a long period of time your wrists are in a good place. You don't have to worry about too much about that thing. And with the rubbery feet, it will stop it from sliding everywhere. It will stay on its position. It has 8 of them in the back. Coming on to the RGB, if you have a gaming keyboard, if you don't have RGB, I don't think you're gonna like that thing. So it do have RGB, but it's not a per key RGB. It's like 10 zone RGB. You can customize the zones, but not the keys itself, which is at that price point, I don't think it's gonna be something that you should fight for, you know. So it's still an option. You can do your own customization through the software. We'll try that thing at the end when we'll done the mouse itself. So let's go through other features, then we'll see the software at the end. Coming on to these switches, it have soft membrane key switches. They also call it a whisper keyboard because there is not too much sound, and you can see the test of this thing next to a blue switches keyboard. They also claim 20 million key presses, which is more than enough for a keyboard in that price range. So that was something about the keyboard. Let's jump to the mouse and let's talk about the mouse itself. The mouse comes with Pixar optical sensor, which is one of the SteelSeries gaming sensors, they call it, 8500 dpi with just 77 grams of weight, which puts it into a kind of lightweight mouse side, even though its price range is less than $30. So that is one of the really good feature, and the SteelSeries did on the mouse side. And this thing becomes my personal go-to mouse. Whenever I'm traveling, I'll keep this mouse with myself. It's not an ambidextrous mouse. It's mostly for those people who are right-handed because of the left switches on the mouse. There's no switches on the both sides. So if you are a right-hand person, it's good for you. You can use it if you're a left-hand person also. But the problem gonna be the side switches. It's only one side, not both sides. It has a total of 6 buttons and some are customizable through the software. And as I told you, we'll see at the end. They also claim a 60 million clicks, which is more than enough for this budgetary mouse. We cannot keep a mouse for too long. We know we always change products from one thing to another. No braided cable as well. Because of the price range, you cannot complain. Even though they could have do a little bit better than what they did with this cable, but you know, the companies want to save money and it's still usable.
Next thing we have is the mouse pad. There's not too much to talk about. It's a simple like small size mouse pad just for your mouse. We have logo of SteelSeries in the front and little bit in the back as well. It's soft and rubbery texture for your mouse. It works really fine. It's not stitched from the side, so probably in the long run it's gonna start wearing it sideways, but other than that there's no issue. So let's talk about the software. So when you open up the SteelSeries GG app, you can go to engine, you can see all the stuff that we have. I have the Apex 3 and Rival 3. Other ones are my regular using SteelSeries products. But let's talk about the main ones. So if you open up the Apex 3, we have the new window. You can see here you can customize all the keys. You can select whichever key you want. Like you can design every key according to your choice. After we have those, as I told you, 10 zone RGB. We can select all the zones and you can customize them according to your choice. We have some different effects on that. So it's called a customization that you can do. It's not per key, but still we have 10 zones and you can do it on your own way. So that's a good thing. As you can see, I'm changing colors, all of them. And lastly, settings. There's not too much about settings to talk about. Let's save it and let's go back to the mouse settings. So in the mouse, we have two sides. In the first one, we have settings which you can customize your own keys. Whichever key you want to select, and then we have DPI settings. You can put your like custom DPIs. You want one really low and one really high, or if you want more than one, you can add third one in that. So it's a good thing for you whoever's working with like Photoshops or like editing and stuff. Other than that, if you go to 90, there you can do the customization of the RGB. It's also again 3 zones. You can select different zones according to your preference. So not too much stuff, but only it's simple and straightforward. Software from SteelSeries, so I like this thing.
Coming on to the conclusion, I just want to say the mouse itself is really good if you are a gamer, or even if you want to do a little bit of competitive gaming, it's good for you. I would still recommend go for those high-end mouse if you are in the esport kind of stuff. But on the keyboard, I will not recommend it for you high-end competitive gaming because the key traveling is a little bit longer than a normal keyboard. It's because the rubbery keyboards are not really good in traveling time. But overall, if you're a work from home person, if you have a room shared with someone and you always do work at night and someone else is sleeping, so if you don't want to create too much of the disturbance in the house, so that thing will be good for you. But overall, both of them are really good for normal everyday like casual gamer. You can enjoy that thing. It's really good in the feel. All of the like texture and stuff is really good. And that's it, guys. That was the video for SteelSeries level of gaming bundle. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, please press the like button, and if you're new, please subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, just take care and bye bye.